Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Dimas Ramadhani Haji Pangestu from STKIP PGRI Pacitan. In this occasion, I would like to present my presentation entitled The Application of Semantic Mapping to Teaching Vocabulary to 7th grade students of MTSN 1 Pacitan in academic year 2021-2022. As we know that vocabulary plays important role in language learning. Without vocabulary, they would find difficulties to learning language. So it is important to teaching vocabulary for young learners. Young learners defined as students in ages between 5 until 12 years old. They need to be prepared with vocabulary before they learn other language skills such as reading, writing, speaking, and also listening. Children have an ability to memorize better than adults, so they are easy to improve their vocabulary mastery. But young learners have different characteristics with adults. It is not easy to teaching vocabulary for young learners because students in this age are playful and easy to get bored. So it needs an activity to make the students enjoy and comfortable with the teaching learning activity. Based on this problem, the researcher focused on application semantic mapping to teaching vocabulary for young learners. Semantic mapping can be one of appropriate strategy to teaching vocabulary for young learners. Semantic mapping is a simple strategy to teaching vocabulary for young learners because it is used simple media such as whiteboard or worksheet. Semantic mapping makes the students discover the conceptual relationship between words. The teacher gives a keyword related to the materials, and then the students have to find out related words as much as possible. Because of these reasons, the researchers focus on application of semantic mapping to teaching vocabulary to 7th grade students of MTSN 1 Pacitan in academic year 2021-2022. The objective of the research was to find out whether the use of semantic mapping can improve students' vocabulary mastery at 7th grade students of MTSN 1 Pacitan in academic year 2021-2022. This research used classroom action research designed by Chemis and McTaggart. This research conducted in 2 cycles. Each cycle consists of 4 steps, which are planning, action, observation, and reflection. The result of this research was analyzed both quantitative and qualitative. The results of students' tests were analyzed to get students' average scores. This research was successful if the students get average scores up to minimum criteria of completeness 75. The next is findings and discussions. The first one is the result of pretest. Based on the table, all student scores are under the minimum criteria of completeness. The results of pretest showed that the students got average scores 54.5. This result is still far from the minimum criteria of completeness. Therefore, the researcher used the semantic mapping strategy to improve the students' vocabulary mastery. The next is the result of post-test 1. From the first table, it could be seen that students get average scores 67 in post-test 1. At the second table, it could be seen that 28% students are completed and 72% students are incomplete. It means there was an improvement after cycle 1. However, the indicator of successful is that the students' average scores get minimum criteria of completeness 75. So the results in cycle 1 were unsatisfying and the cycle should continue and repair in cycle 2. The next is the result of post-test 2. In the first table, it could be seen that the students got average score 78. It was higher than post-test 1. And the second table showed that there are 66% students are completed and 35% students are incomplete. It indicates there was an improvement after cycle 2. The students get average scores up to minimum criteria of completeness. So it could be said that the results of cycle 2 were satisfying and the treatment in cycle 2 was successful. So this research stopped at cycle 2. And for the conclusion, the application of semantic mapping strategy can improve vocabulary teaching learning at 7th grade students of MTSN 1 Pacitan in academic year 2021-2022. It was indicated from the improvement of the student scores from pre-test, post-test 1 and post-test 2. So that's all my presentation. Thanks for your great attention.